Today's video, I'm just going to catch you up a little bit. I was going to go over everything that I made in 2025. Since we're into February already, I thought I'll just skip that and we're just going to get into the year because we have lots of things planned. I have lots of things planned. Thanks for joining me today as we get together and just chat a little bit about my granny square sweater. This was the first project that I've made as far as a real sweater, something different that I've done. I've done a lot of shrugs, but this was the first granny sweater that I have made. I really think it'll be fun just to have you go along with me and I can tell you how I went about it. And I'm not going to do a full tutorial because I did use scrap yarn, and as you can see it's dark. Because I focus on beginners, this is really a terrible yarn to do a tutorial with. But I'm excited to tell you how I went about making this granny square sweater. I'm going to let you know the mistakes I made and hopefully I can help you. I'm going to write out all the directions that I'm doing and then put the link to that in the description box of this video. The brown yarn that I'm using here is a number 4 and the color is dark chocolate. I got it from Michael's. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook right now. And I have to say, on a side note, I love these crochet hooks. I found these crochet hooks on Amazon and I am absolutely in love with them for some weird reason. If you're interested, I will leave a link in the description box below, but I wanted to mention that in case anyone was wondering. The handles are soft. Most of the time I don't even end up using the handle for some reason. I like get real close to the edge of my crochet hook. So now I am just building on the second square. This really is a great way to use up extra yarn. That is exactly what I'm doing. And then I'm going to reevaluate for my Christmas present, my Christmas yarn, whatever, Christmas project. You get the idea. So my goal this year is to make a present for my daughter's teachers. As you can see, I'm making progress, and I wanted to explain that I'm making 2 rows of each color in this square. So as I'm building, I'm going around 2 times with the same color, and then I am switching colors. So again, we're doing 2 rows of each color, and I'm just building on my square, doing the same exact thing over and over. Finishing up here, I'm just on my last part of my square, and then I'm going to show how I lay it out. Remember, we're going to have 2 squares that are the same length, and then we're going to lay them flat and sew them together. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and again, it's 2 rows of each color of yarn. That's just how I decided to do it. My arms are 7 inches on the side, so I'm going to place a stitch marker there and then a stitch marker on top. The top of my sweater measures 19 inches across, so I'm going to take some yarn and I'm going to do the mattress stitch. And I am aware that this is impossible to see again, but I am just showing you that I am stitching up and I'm giving you the measurements. So I'm actually making my knot inside of my sweater, just a little tip, and then I'm tying a knot and I'm hiding that knot. I'm using a metal darning needle and I'm just stitching it up using the mattress stitch, just going from 1 stitch marker to the neck. So now I have 8 inches open for my head. Before you do any stitching, make sure that it goes over your head so you know exactly how much to sew into. It's important to make sure that what you've measured is the correct size because you don't want to do all this work and then not be able to put it over your head. So I have a tape measure and I'm just going to show you. Each side is about 5.5 inches wide for my shoulder. So the shoulder seam is about 5.5 inches wide, and then the middle, it's about 8 inches. It's a little bit over, but not much over. So it's just around 8 inches, and then 5.5 on the side, roughly. All in all, I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and I hope that you've enjoyed this somewhat and learned a few things. There was a time when I thought I would never be able to do something like this, and it's not perfect, but it's better than I ever thought I could do, and I hope that I can inspire you to do this. Wanted to show you my new pillow that I have been crocheting with. This pillow is from Valari and it is very comfortable, and I'm going to demonstrate it, how it works, towards the end of this video so you can see for yourself. But this is something new that I got for Christmas and I really, really love it. And I wanted to just update you on a few things that I have been working on. My goal is to tackle stuffed animals. So like stuffed octopus. This is my first strawberry and I really like it because I really love strawberry. I wanted to show you this. I'm making another strawberry. I need to do the stem yet, but I did the little seeds and I'm really having fun doing that. I really think I should make a pink one now. Now I'm going to show you how this beautiful pillow works. So it does come with a hook in the back and you attach it around your waist and make sure you're comfortable. Scoot back in your chair. Make sure you have your yarn. Grab a cup of coffee or tea. What this does is it provides my back and my shoulders with a lot of support. So I'm sure you can relate as a crocheter, a knitter, or a loom knitter. When you're sitting there and you're doing something with your hands and arms and you're working your shoulders and your upper back and sometimes you're slouched over, that can really take a toll on the body. This pillow really does help my spine, and not only that, it is machine washable, the inner pillow, and the cover. Use my code and take 15% off. I mean, you can't get much easier than that. I will leave all of the details in the description box below. And that's it for today. I will see you next time.